Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to a real special episode of Building a Leadership Mindset podcast. We are off our schedule. We usually upload throughout the week, but today's a very special guest that we have for you today. And what we are showing for ladies of leadership and empower to inspire, and how Bomb Global is just looking to change the trajectory of how we are supporting our community and our members. So we've been having a great year as far as events, exposure, and all that good stuff. But I wanted to give back, and back at my Empower to Inspire event on May 20th, 2023 of this year, which was my full circle story and business launch, and how I was able to create what I have created within the last year, just by partnering up, collaborating, joining communities and networks, which I met um, amazing individuals that we continue to grow our our influence in the world of speakers, coaches, authors, and just everything that has been happening in the last year has been absolutely amazing. So I was actually presented by the Ladies of Leadership community with this beauty, and let me just take her off. She's pretty heavy, but this beauty, and it says, "We here honor Nikki Cuesta in recognition of your leadership. Make it count," is what I usually end this show with. And she has the globe, which represents Bomb Global, and it was just a perfect just a perfect way to say thank you to me. And what they really don't know is I want to say thank you to them, because Ladies of Leadership would not be doing what they're doing today if it wasn't for our members. So I had posted a picture one day on social media with this beautiful lady I have right here, which is heavy, and she's actually cold. But I had took a picture, and something came on my heart and said, "Nikki, you have to give back. You have to pay this forward." And again, like I said, Ladies of Leadership would not exist if it wasn't for our members. So I want to thank each and every one of them. You guys are just absolutely amazing. What we have created and poured into this community, which we're about to celebrate our 1 year anniversary November 4th. And we're calling all women communities to join forces with us in this 1 day event. Actually, it's not 1 day, it's half a day. It's the morning, 9 to 12 p.m. Saturday, November 4th, where we can just come and pour into uplifting women and empowering them to really just believe that they can, and just know that there's more opportunities and safe spaces where they can open up, grow, learn, and all that good jazz. So we are actually doing our first unboxing of the first Make It Count award that Bomb Global has given to one of our recipients. She actually was announced at our Radiance event, our Radiance 2.0, which was back in October 7th, but she has it in her hands, and we just wanted to make sure that we share this monumental moment. We are making history, and I've noticed that a lot of the women that I know in our circles are doing the same. So I just want to say thank you, and I hope I sparked something that we do continue to give back. But today is my pleasure and honor to introduce a remarkable woman whose dedication, passion, and unwavering commitment have left an indelible mark on the Ladies of Leadership community. She embodies the essence of empowerment, and her relentless pursuit of excellence has inspired us all. Over our very first Make It Count recipient is a shining example of what it means to uplift, support, and lead with grace. Her tireless efforts and boundless enthusiasm have not only helped us grow as a community, but have also touched the lives of countless women. Her journey with Ladies of Leadership began as a vision to be a part of a space where women could come together to inspire, empower, and celebrate one another. Her leadership has turned that vision into a vibrant reality, and her dedication to our community is truly inspiring. This recipient has guided and nurtured the aspirations of so many of our members, helping them realize their potential and take bold steps towards their dreams. Her impact is immeasurable, and her legacy will continue to inspire us for greatness and generations to come. Your dedication to Ladies of Leadership has not gone unnoticed. You have shown us what it truly means to make it count, and we are immensely proud to honor you today. Thank you for being a beacon of strength, a pillar of support, and a true leader in every sense of the word. And she is none other than Ivy Perez. Hey, girl, how are you, my love?
That that is a savor and one to listen to over and over and over again. I actually, before this, about an hour or so ago, watched the Radiance event, the part.
Right.
Uh, I needed to hear it, which was a good thing because I was crying yet again. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. So just to let the world know, uh, Bomb Global. So when you had this thought, or this was last year, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I believe you posted about it. And my initial thought was like, oh, that's awesome. A bunch of ladies coming together. But then my second thought was, that's not the kind of community I think that I would do well in because it's all women. Now, I think a lot of women have this feeling and this thought because unfortunately, in some communities, and not online communities, it's in corporate things like that. When there's a lot of women, sometimes it could get a little catty, a little competitive in a negative kind of way. Um, but then we came together for a different reason to be part of Ladies Rising, a mentorship program for girls. What is it? 10 to 17, 10 to
Mm-hmm.
17 years old. And I remember you mentioning that at your launch of business, I mean, Bomb Global in May. I was like, I want to be a part of that. So that's how this started me coming into the community. But then being a part of the community and seeing what you do and how you do it and how you not just share your knowledge, your wisdom, and your love for just empowering women. There is, and we've said it before, and I really want everyone to know this because if there's a community that you are thinking of wanting to join that's all women, this is such a great community. And here's for a couple of reasons. Yes, it's all women. Yes, it's a place to help each other rise, but there is such an energy and love where you feel safe to share. And not just all that, because you can feel that. You can feel when you're in a community that you're like, I think I can share my heart and I won't feel as if I'm being judged or, the side comments and things like that. It's not like that at all. And then um, I'm reading the book by Brene Brown, Dare to Lead. And I said this to Nikki. I said, I'm reading the book and I'm thinking of you because daring leadership is leadership in that you allow people to be themselves. You give them the space to be vulnerable and to share. And when that happens, it gives permission for others to not just share, but to rise up and level up. And that's what you do in this community. And that's you. But because you do that, you give others the space and the heartstrings to actually share and do better and do more. So in this short time that I've been a part of this community, I feel I've shifted, not just in my business, but just in my personal life and in just who I am. And yet, with all that being said, I show up in a way just because that's just me. Like I'm a supporter, I'm a cheerleader. I'm in the process of just trying to level up in my own life so that I could help others. But you have to fill your cup first. So I'm like in the process of really, really filling my cup. What is it that Ivy does well? What is it that makes me feel alive? And that's kind of going out there and doing the physical things. And I did the triathlon, but my main thing is walking, because my main thing for everyone to know is that it's not the end result per se. It's the doing the little things, and that transpires into everything else. But you got to start, and you got to start with something really, really small. So I walk. I walk in the mornings, not all the time, but I walk in the mornings. And I think just by doing that and doing something that fills me and sharing it and doing it online, it helps others to see like, oh, I could do that. I could start with a walk, not really realizing there's not a strategy in my head like, "Ooh, I'm going to talk about this," and da-da-da. I'm just doing it. A teeny bit. I'd be remiss if I said like there was absolutely no strategy. I want to share, and I want people to grow, and I want people to follow me, and so I can build. So when October 7th rolled around, another thing that Nikki does in her bomb global community, because she's got divisions. Radiance is one division where all the women come together, but she gives the women in this community a platform to share their gifts. She wants you to grow. She wants you to just share your knowledge, your wisdom, what you're doing in your work where you are, and share with the community and people, just, the masses. So it's a beautiful thing. And not a lot of communities do that. I don't think there are many communities that do that. So thank you for that. And so October 7th, Radiance. I knew that there was going to be the first award, Make It Count, but it wasn't my main thought. I knew it was there. She starts to read what she just read. And I said this to her. And then on October 7th, I did not think that was me. I didn't think I was in the running at all. I thought it was two other people in the community, Marilyn Morales or Sandra. And when my name was announced, and I still think about it and I still feel it, and I just watched it, it still just blows me away. And I think this is important for a lot of people to understand, is that first and foremost, you have to be you. You have to be authentically you and not think about, being you. Just be you. And you never know who you're going to attract. You never know what's going to come your way. It's like the little things. Like I tell my daughter, always do more than what is expected, because you never know. It builds your own character, and you just never know. So I just do things because it's part of me. And then I was presented with the award.
Your face was absolutely priceless. First of all, I couldn't even get half of these words out because I was in tears. But I do want to back up to the very beginning on how this all kicked off. And what was your mindset when I first announced I announced it in September and we launched in November. And of course, I wanted everyone to be a part of it. And then we had such a great connection at Flashpoint in October. And I was sure everyone was going to jump in, right? And, I was there and I was just, pushing along and but always still supporting, because that was the one thing about me, that just because for whatever reason, it wasn't time to be part of the community. There was a financial barrier. There was just that thought process, like, oh my goodness, it's going to be competition. We're all doing the same thing, because, there's a lot of coaches in there. There's a lot of speakers, authors, like, how are we really going to grow in this community? So there's lots of thoughts and opinions out there. But I still had love for everyone, because God was going to bring me who needed to be there. And of course, I wanted you to be there from day one, right? Absolutely. And then, just watching you grow and us still staying connected and us still staying a part of everything. That was the reason why I built it, because we don't have to be catty. We don't have to compete against each other. Women really need to understand that we have to stick together. We need to start dominating these stages, these spaces, everything, because this all stemmed from just one article that I read. And it said in Forbes that only 4% of women sit in a CEO position. And I'm like, this is insane for a Latina woman to be in corporate America, to give her heart to her bit to this business, right? And not be shown the proper how do you call it? Not respect, because it wasn't respect, because I had a great
Acknowledgement,
relationship.
maybe
Acknowledgement.
acknowledgement.
Yeah, acknowledgement to say, you know what, she deserves it. She went above and beyond. You know, let's give her a raise. Let's give her this title. But that didn't happen. But why? Because it's all the systems that are in place. So it got me to thinking, like, Nikki, you have to create your own path. Like, no one's going to hand it to you. You can work your tush off. You could get so many letters behind your name. You can get your degrees, your licensing, but you're not going to be happy until you are doing what you love to do. And that's motivate, that's inspire, and that's provide the knowledge that you've invested in yourself. So from coming through that aspect, I'm like, well, I don't want to rise to the top by myself. That's no fun. I want to have a group of women that's not walking in front of me, that's not walking behind me, but alongside of me on this journey, so that we can change this vantage point that we're seeing. So to hear that, right, to read that it's published in black and white for everyone to see and no one's doing anything about it, I just had to tell myself, Nikki, what can you do? And that's when Ladies of Leadership was born. We shared it. We come to May 20th. We're, having an amazing time, which also allowed me to give my platform another stage for women and men that, may not have had the opportunity or have been on the stage. So it was like a great mix of people that were just on different levels, but it just all came together exactly the way it was supposed to. And your speech was powerful. Like, I still have to actually give you your speech. So I'll do that. I'll make sure I'll give you your video content so that we can use it to help you grow and all that good stuff. And then when you came to me, like, first of all, I was thinking it forever. Then I was going to contact you and share that with you. So it was simultaneously at the same time. And we're like, let's make it happen. But it was not just joining the Ladies of Leadership community. It was actually joining the Bomb Global team. Because what I see in you, Ivy, it is just so much more than anybody can even describe. And I know you've heard every single version of who Ivy is and what your powers are from the outside in. So for you to fall into that space and say, you know what, I am going to start believing that too. And I know you believe it. But that's that inner voice we have sometimes and I still go through it today. Like, today was a really hard day for me. Earlier, like, different spots of the day where I was just like, why? Just questioning everything. And then I had to smack her out of there and say, no, like, you're on a mission, you're being tested, like, just keep going. And then I get this beautiful picture of, like, this cardboard box, and I'm so excited, she received it. So we get on the phone and we're like, we're gonna do that too, and we made it happen. But also, going back to the event, what I loved about it is that every single woman, I think we had up to 18, 19 on that event, and every single woman spoke. And it was just beautiful to hear, because there were things that, that you have a certain connection with them because you have, those relationships and stuff. So, but everything was just so beautiful. And just to also go back on what I do and why I do it, when it comes to the platform, just like you said, not every community does it. And being part of many communities now, just within a year, I've been noticing what I would have wanted for myself in a community. And if I have this platform and people are buying into it, I don't want them to wait till they hit the mark. We have ladies that have no desire to have a business. They just want community. We have ladies that are just starting up, that are kind of in that idea process, brainstorming. We have women that have been in it, but they're now, getting, and people that are established. So it's beautiful because everyone's on the same level. And I love, love, love what we created. And I expected just, again, have it a program, not a program, have it a community where I just share and share and pour. But you guys have given so much to me that it's just beautiful. And I just want to see it grow and flourish. And we're doing some big things. We're
Yeah.
doing some big things. And I think this is one of the greatest ways that I know how to give back, and that's to share. And though everyone's going to win, I mean, it was a unanimous decision, I just have to say. A lot of people would think that. And for the two that you thought they wouldn't have accepted it any other way. We had that conversation. It's kind of hard because we all meet together, and I'm like, shoot, we have to meet without Ivy because we can't let her know. But what are your thoughts on some of those things, and my perspective of just as a whole?
As a whole, I think you acted on the vision of what you wanted, not knowing exactly how it was going to kind of flourish. And one of the women in our group, she asked you, when did the thought, not so much for Bomb Global, but when did the thought of you wanting to do something bigger or empower women, when did that even happen? It's like, that was a great question. And you said 15 years old. You've always known. What that is, don't know. When, don't know. How, don't know. It was just in you. And it's in you for a reason. Just like any one of us has something in us that is there for a reason. How it's going to come out, we don't know. When, and all these things, we don't know. But we have to pay attention to that voice. We have to pay attention to that pull, and little by little you do the little things to kind of move forward, and how it unfolds is the way it's supposed to unfold. And sometimes it's completely different from what you maybe thought it might be. And so at 15, you had this thought, and now coming into this space, and you went through all the things like in corporate America, and you went through that, and you went through the trainings and managerial positions, and you were like, the person that trained other people, and your vision even there for wanting people to always like to have the information. I don't want to hold all the information. I want to give the information so you can flourish. And when you flourish in this organization, we all flourish, but not everyone thinks that way. And so you got to a point where you knew just how things were, placed in front of you. You weren't going to go further than what you felt you deserved, what you knew you deserved, and what quite a few people knew you deserved too. Only that, the powers that be in corporate, they just, they just won't let you, and so you decided. It was a hard decision, hard and easy. You get to a point where you're like, I just have to do it. And then you came into this entrepreneurial space. So all these little things and all the trainings and all the lessons learned along the way, the frustrations and all these things with training people, working in corporate. Now you're taking all of that, coming into this space, and now you are doing what you've always done, but now you have the flexibility to do it in a way that you want to, so that other women can flourish. Going back to 15 years old, didn't know. And now here we are. Now, is this the be all end all right here? No, it's going to get bigger. It's going to get huge. We all see it. You know it. How it's going to unfold? Don't know. When will it happen? Don't know. But it's beautiful to be in a community where you share that vision openly, and you want people to not just see you growing, like you said, beside me, together. Let's do this together, because I know that we all have something within us that we can, flourish and grow. And it's just beautiful. It really just beautiful. And it's something that is so needed for women. So needed for women. We need that. And when you do, I want to share something with you. And it's funny because this is coming from So for a lot of people that don't know, Nikki and I are doing 75 hard. We're in
Yes.
a separate community. We're in a separate community. We're doing it. And everyone has their reasons for saying yes. And one of our friend mentor coaches, Jose Escobar, he's the one that did it.
He's
Now,
our sponsor too.
yes, yes, Connected Leaders Academy. So, he had his reasons for wanting to do this, but even he said, I don't want to do this alone. I want, to bring people together so we hold each other accountable and we do it together. We help each other rise. And I'm like, yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. But a lot of people don't get that. And I didn't get that for the longest time. I was the Long Ranger, like my whole entire life. Now I got this thing. Hold on. My whole entire life, I was like the Lone Ranger. I could do it on my own. I'll figure it out on my own. And, at some point you get to your, a point in your life, personally, business, whatever, where you're like, this is not working. Like, and then you learn, if you surround yourself with a really good group of people, you learn that you do need people. And when you surround yourself with good people who want to see you rise and help you, and we help each other, you collapse time and you start to move faster. God, I wish I knew that early, but that's okay. Better late than never.
Me too.
This is actually coming from Andy Frisella. And this has to do with, what's the title? You Can't Do It Alone. And I saw that and I was like, this is perfect for today. And he says here, you cannot be successful without other people. Accomplishing anything great in life takes the loyal and dedicated efforts of many. Nobody can do it alone. It takes a great team, a great culture, a great community. And if you're ever going to create anything worth talking about, first, you must contribute to the people around you by providing value, setting a good example, holding them to a high standard, and offering your support and appreciation at every opportunity you get. And I was like, there's so much more. And I'm like, that's perfect, because that's exactly what this is. And for anyone who wants to create a community, and I'm at a point now where I'm getting really close to creating my own community. I never even thought that was going to happen. I pushed it away. I've been told, Ivy, you need to create a community. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'd rather, support everybody. But it comes a point when there's something within you that there's a gift that you have, and you kind of need to have a container and I'm learning this in my 5th decade of life. You need that container to have the people in to showcase what you can give to them and help each other grow in that arena. So it's just fantastic.
Yes, I see. Look out, Ivy's membership 2024. I see it. It's amazing, but I love that. Can you share whatever that was with me? That's powerful, because I see that as the definition of what we're trying to accomplish here, right? And what we will continue to work towards, because, and I said it, I don't know when I said it, probably said it multiple times, that I will not rest until I see this grow as big as it can be, so that when I'm gone, 30 years after I'm gone, it's still growing and still filling up. Like we're about to, I just talked to someone, they said, oh, well, you should create chapters. I said, chapters in each state? Oh, absolutely. So that's another thing. And you probably haven't heard about that, but that will be at our meeting tonight. How we can actually make this grow. But going back to you, Ivy, I'm just glad that God blessed me with the idea, that I was obedient to do it, scared. Because again, women trying to get women together, it was hard, and it still continues to be hard because people still have that mindset. And to be able to have these testimonies and share these experiences, we can all work together, especially our group of women, to start sharing what we, our accomplishments, start sharing what we've learned and stuff like that, so that when we are building our other communities and things like that, people know where your heart is and where your core values are. And we had a great topic training that was led by Amanda yesterday. That was powerful.
Yeah.
And I always get these secret DMs, private DMs saying, "Hey, this is amazing. Thank you for giving us women the opportunity." And I'm like, it's a no-brainer. It's not about me. It's about us and how we can help each other. I am just as suited as everyone else in that room, on that Zoom, in everything that we do at the events. And yeah, I can lead you 100 times, right? But I want to be led too. And I think, we all have just so much to offer. But you are the first recipient of the Make It Count Award. I'm absolutely proud of you, what you're doing, what we're working on, and what's about to happen 2024. So you can, I would love for you, and I'm going to actually put you on full screen by yourself so that you can open up your package, and then I'll come on once you have that beauty in your hand.
Okay.
All right. Let me see how I can do this. Hopefully I don't jack anything up.
Wait.
There you go.
All right. So here's the box. Okay. So I didn't even open it. It's still taped. Let's see if I can. Yeah.
I put a lot of tape on it.
Okay. That's all right. You know what? It's a break. This is a true, oh, I could rip. A true unboxing. No?
Yep. No, you got it. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a card. Okay. So I'm not going to read the card, or do you want me to read the card?
Oh, wait,
it says open me first.
That one that was in there first, so you can open that on the side. If you want to read it, you know what? Actually, open it first and then the card. Go ahead.
Do you want me to read it out loud now?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay. Hey, Ivy. Says, thank you for believing in me and my mission with Ladies of Leadership. I am absolutely honored to have you on my team with Bomb Global. I am truly blessed that God placed us in each other's lives, that slowly but surely we will get the answers as we grow together. You are truly deserving of this award. Never doubt your greatness. I love you more than you will ever know. Keep being you. Congratulations for being the first recipient of the Make It Count Award. Always, Nikki. Do you want me to open this now?
Yes.
Okay. It's like Christmas.
Yes. In October.
Oh, I love the cover. It's embossed. It says, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Henry David Thoreau. Continue to make, this is really pretty. And I don't know if anyone can really see it. No.
I know it was hard for me to see, but I had to take it. I'm like, yes.
It's really pretty. Continue to make it count. Well deserved. Congratulations. I will be here every step of the way with love and support. Love always, Nikki. We'll put that in a frame.
Drum roll. I wish I had some drum roll sounds.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's like a baby.
I know.
Now I'll give the bubble wrap to my daughter later. Keep her occupied for a little bit.
She's going to drive you crazy.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. Ladies of Leadership, Make It Count, Ivy Perez, October 2023. Look how beautiful that is. So there's that. Oh.
You are an absolute star. Let me see what I can do. Oh, I'm back. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well
This is my
deserved.
first award.
There you go. One of many, many to come.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you to you, to Bomb Global, to the ladies that have come together to to award me with this. Thank you. Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Yes, we need to get you one of these things.
Yes.
Those things, because you got some books and you have some other stuff, and it's just going to continue to grow. It's not there's no stopping us.
No.
As long as we continue to believe in each other, and we believe in this mission, and we continue to shine together, there's no other way but up from here. So I'm going to give you the last few minutes. Any final words? What do you want people to know?
Well, I will say, Bomb Global is a community of women, ladies, well, one of the divisions, so ladies of leadership. Is just that. It's women that come together, and the platform is for you to shine your light. And there could be 15 people in there who are health coaches, but health is like a diamond. There's so many different facets to health. And even with health, let's say the 15 coaches, we all have our way. And I'm learning this. We all have our way of teaching. We all have our thing within the health industry, just as an example. And in this community, you are able to shine whatever that is that you have. And Nikki and the team, they give you the space to do that. And if that is a place that you are yearning for, you don't even need to yearn for it. You need that. As a woman, you need that. And honestly, ladies of leadership it's the place. It's the place to be.
Thank you so much. And I didn't tell her that she has to say that. That just comes truly from the heart. And she said it even before she's ever won this award, or she knew she was going to go. And I remember that I think we had a conversation at some point the week before Radiance, within that week. And it was so hard for me not to even talk about it. And I know Marilyn had told me, hey, I might not be on at a certain time. What time are you giving Ivy the award? So I had to give her like that time slot. And luckily she was on for most of it, actually from the very beginning. And I'm texting her, I'm like, she doesn't even know what's about to happen. But this is what every lady will experience in this community. I mean, there's so many to give with so little time as far as like how many events, but just be ready. I say show up, continue to shine. And all I want is for us to grow. And if it's just posting on somebody's page, sharing their stuff, just cheering them on. And I don't even have to tell them to do that. We do it so organically.
Yes.
That it's really hard to choose. Like, it's like, oh my goodness. And then, so, and it's all fair across the board. I love each and every single lady. I message them every day, privately and in our messenger group, because I just want to make sure that you like things. Just a few examples, right? We had some words of the year that we had selected, right? So we're going to go back and check in and see if we're doing what we said we're going to do. We have some manifestation things that we put together. We're going to go back and check and see if we're still on track for that. And hey, if we're not, if we've been knocked off balance, we're just going to create solutions to get you back on balance. That's just what we do. It's not like, oh my God, I just, again, just having this passions from a very, very young age, just to be able to be doing it today is an absolute blessing. I'm usually up at 3 o'clock in the morning thinking of a new idea for us to do and what we can, how I can bring more resources to the community. And that's what I'm just going to continue to do. And I would love, love, love to have you, if you are looking for that space that you can call home, we are here for you. We are absolutely here for you. Connect with us, connect with Ivy, Marilyn, Sandra, Ophelia, Deisha, Manza. I could go on and on. These are some amazing women that, again, are taking different parts of what this community has to offer. And I am just in awe, and they teach me every day. They inspire me every day. And it's just beautiful to watch and be able to give it back. And just thank you, Ivy, for your constant support. You may not know this, but each and every one of you guys give me a reason to give up, because I know there's more that we want. I know there's more that we need. And it's just a fun time every time we get together, and, we cry together, we laugh together, and we really support each other. And that's what's needed. That is absolutely what's needed. And even if it's not Bomb Global, find a community or create your own, for sure. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. This is the first unboxing of the Make It Count Award. Ivy, Perez, well deserved. I can't wait to see some pictures with you and her. Yes. She's absolutely beautiful. I want mine in purple too, because it was perfect. I think we did include you in like the picking process of what award it was going to be. So did you remember that?
I do remember that.
Oh, okay.
The three to choose from. Yes.
Oh, okay. So you might have knew what it was, or did you forget?
Totally forgot.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, anyways, thank you so much.
So good.
Amazing day. And we'll be meeting tonight. Also, I want to let the ladies know that not only do you get Ladies of Leadership, Empower to Inspire is our top tier membership. And then all the ladies that come into that get the bonus of Ladies of Leadership. What I didn't want to do was create two separate memberships and have one co-ed and then just the women's and having to pay an extra fee. Like, that's not what we want to do here. So I merged them all together. And what Empower to Inspire is doing is really, with our tour coming up in 2024, it's again giving you that immediate exposure once you invest in yourself. And if it's a business you want to launch, or a business you want to relaunch, or a business you want to just take to the moon and back, we're going to give you all the access to what we have when it comes to marketing, when it comes to speaking engagements. Because I know in other communities, you have to be at a certain tier or whatever criteria they have. We want you to get the exposure. As soon as you get in, we're running the marathon together, and make sure that we can level up in any way. And it all takes each of us to really, if we are really hungry, how fast we can get there. If we want to kind of take our time, we can do that too. But it's all about putting you on the map ASAP as soon as you come in. So if you want to learn more, www.buildingaleadershipmindset.com has everything that we're working on. But if you want to have a deeper conversation just to get to know me, to get to know our members, you can even come in and join us for any of our meetings. We meet Mondays at 6 p.m. for our Ladies of Leadership, and we meet Tuesdays at 6 p.m. for our Empower to Inspire. That is Eastern Standard Time. And we definitely open the doors for guests to come in, check us out, ask questions, meet our community. And if we're a fit, we'll make it happen. And it's all about making every opportunity count. And I share just the little things that became huge things that I did in less than a year, but it was decades of just the want and the urge. And the only reason why it happened is because I took action and I was in the room. That is the only difference, to the ladies and to anybody that is in this space, that are kind of just taking those little steps or, already at success, and all those that are at the top is because they made a decision to give themselves permission to take action, to be consistent with what their dream was. Their why was huge enough that if it didn't make them break down, cry, get to their knees, that was the only way that they were going to make it, is because they had that big why. So if that is you, we want to connect with you, and we will also point you in any direction that you would need if you just need that extra care. So thank you so much, but I don't want to close it out. Because I think Ivy has a little bit more to say. So I'm going to give her about another minute to just share just some final thoughts just on you, or what are you working on? That's what we need to know. What are you working on, and how people can get a hold of you?
Okay, I'll give you two things because I did have something else I wanted to say. One is with regard to this community. So for anyone that's watching this, and you don't necessarily have to be an entrepreneur, maybe the thought is there. It's like when we go for an interview or we want to go for a job. And in the interview process, they ask you, well, what experience do you have? And sometimes we have the know-how, but we don't have the background to kind of show, but we have it, and we don't get picked for the job because of it. This community will give you the platform and to showcase what that is, what you have, so that you have the experience to take your knowledge, your expertise, your whatever to the next level. And it's little incremental shifts along the way. And everyone in there, whatever level we're in. So if someone is up here, we understand we started here. And that's the whole thing, is everybody is helping each other out, no matter where you are what rung on the ladder you're on. So I wanted to say that about that. And as far as what I'm working on, what?
Can I just comment on that real
Yes.
quick? I definitely want everyone to get your information. That was perfectly said, and I didn't even realize it, but that's exactly how I got into that company. I had no healthcare background, no experience. I was just fresh out of college, and I didn't have anything to compare it to. And whatever it took for me to get that position, whether it was my personality, my smile, just my drive, being a mom of a 1-year-old, all of that could have been a factor. I don't know what it is, but they chose me. And I will always give them the flowers and praises for giving me that opportunity.
Yes.
And from there, that's always why I've given someone the opportunity. So that's, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes. And then I just soaked it all up. And I do believe that was what I needed to go through those 14 years to develop who I am today. So thank you for shining a light on that. That was perfectly said.
Yeah. And we've all experienced it. We've all experienced it, wanting to go after something, but we don't have the experience, and we're not getting the job because we don't have the experience. Like, well, how do I get the experience if you don't give me the opportunity to get the experience, kind of thing? So you get to get that experience right here. So with regard to what I'm working on, I have a 5-day, it's not a challenge. It's like a mini course. It's next week. It's shifting your mindset to unlock your potential. So what that is, as we all know, most of us know, that all of our results, as it relates to health and wellness, because that's me, starts with our thinking. So it's overall mindset. That's the umbrella. We'll talk about the mindset around nutrition. We'll talk about the mindset around exercise, a mindset about overwhelm, stress, and triggers when it comes to our health and wellness. Because surprisingly, some people, when they are stressed, they could stress eat or other things, or they reach for something that they know isn't healthy, but it's comforting. Why do we do that? Kind of thing. So we'll talk about all of that so that we can start to implement small, simple, daily success habits so that we can start to unlock our potential and move forward in a healthier way of thinking, being, and doing. And that's next week.
Oh my goodness. And how can they connect with you? How can they get on that?
The best way, I would say the best and easiest way, is just to DM me. Just DM me. You can say you saw me here, or you can put in the word shift, and I'll know exactly what you're talking about. And then we'll get like on a quick call just to see if this is for you. And then, then we'll take it from there.
That's awesome. Yes, yes, yes. So I will be putting that in the show notes as well once I go back to Facebook, if they allow me to, because I did this live. I would not have done it any other way, which everyone knows I pre-record and put all these amazing individuals with so much knowledge. And Ivy has also been on this podcast before. So you can actually go back, listen to her story, hear her story, and we all been through some stuff. Yep. And whenever you feel like it's not for you, it can't happen to you, it absolutely can. You just have to believe it. And those things, those programs like that, what Ivy has going on will get you in the right direction to shift that mindset so that you can start getting those small little wins, and that turns into bigger wins, and that turns into more life for you, more life for your family, and those that are waiting to hear your story and to learn from you as well. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Building a Leadership Mindset podcast. Have a great day, and as I always say, make it count. Bye.